All right, we got something in cool today. We got a control board for a Konami Dance Dance Revolution, full-size, two-player arcade machine. Customer says one of the channels doesn't work. He knows which one it is. He swapped connectors and checked it out. All the other three are working fine. Just the first channel is not. Let's get into it. Let's take a close-up inspection of it. So the first thing we want to do is do a visual inspection. These are two-layer boards. There's not a lot to these. Typical dusty. A little corrosion here. It's kind of concerning. Clean that up and see what we got. So these are the Schmidt triggers. And you can almost tell this one is different than these. So this is our first channel. Otherwise, our solder joints on this side don't look too bad. Let's see this optocoupler here. What's that? Together. So everything doesn't look too bad on this side. Let's go to the other side and look at some of our solder joints. Look how fine those traces are. So let's go up to our Schmidts. And nothing very obvious stands out until we get to our first channel. And I would say we've kind of found a problem. Whoever replaced this, we've got a broken trace here. Not sure what's going on here. We've got a bridged from this leg to this trace here. It might even be broke. Got another broken trace over here. So let's get some of this cleaned up. See what we got under here. I think we're going to wind up now. The trick with these is these are really just double-sided boards. And the copper is very sensitive, so you got to really watch your heat. You want to turn everything down. So I think we're going to cut this guy out of here. So the customer did bring a sleeve of new Schmidt triggers. And they're the same part numbers. I've already checked it out. So let's cut this guy out of here. Because if we have to sacrifice one of these to make sure we don't cause more damage, it's well worth it. Watch those last legs, because you got one hanging on. It'll want to rip traces. Let's see what we've got under here. All right, so we don't really have anything to worry about underneath. Let's go in the back here. And let's wet all these connections. And get this mess off. Let's get our fume extractor on. All right, so I can tell this is not lead-free solder. It's melting pretty quickly. And my temperature's down. Actually, it's not down enough. Going down to 280. Let's see if we can always go up if we're getting bad response. All right, I'm not liking that. Let's Let's try the sucker. I'm being very cautious here because this is an old board and I don't really want to cause more damage. That big blob is fighting. And again, it's because I've got my temps down. So we're just going to cautiously approach a lot of this. We might have to go up a little bit. So another thing would be low melt solder. If you really want to be safe. So I'm not liking what I see here. Is that pad completely gone? We're going to go into the scope here in a minute. Let's see what we got here. We got one trace. Okay, so now we can take a better look at what we've got going on here. This was really close to that trace. So this one looks like it's soldered. This one, the pad is gone. Now this down here. And I'm not quite sure. Is this supposed to go there? So this one will be all right. This will make connection on both sides. We know that because that's the one that was fighting us. So this one's going to need a new jumper. This is going to need a little bridge across here. This is going to need to be bridged. We can bridge right across there. I think that'll be good. That'll make, this will be good. This one's going to need a bridge. This one's going to need a jumper. So I think we're actually going to wind up putting a socket on here just to save us some headache. So once again, I'm not sure what we've got here. So that would mean that this and this. Is that what we've got on the others? I don't have any 14 pin sockets, but what I'm going to take is 2 4s or 2 8s. I'm going to clip off a pair of leads on the back here. And we're going to stick it off the edge. One of them's giving me a little grief, so if I go in and touch it like that, it let the leg come all the way through. So now we're all the way in. Let's get these tacked in, then we will fix our torn traces. All right, that was a little project. It looks pretty good. We're going to get this back to the customer, let him try it out in the machine. He's going to let us know how it works. Like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.